Hi everyone, we are back with another war video today, and this is going to be the last war of season 40. We are going to be bringing in IHulk, Hercules, and Shang-Chi. IHulk's just coming along for the synergy with Hercules, and we're going to be taking one fight with Shang-Chi and then 4 fights with Hercules today. Our first fight is going to be a Kingpin along path 6. And we're going to be using Hercules. This is a fairly straightforward node and fight. It has aggression prowess and a couple other kind of nodes that don't make a huge difference to the fight. The one thing we want to look out for is we want to be making sure we bait out his special 1s and not push him to special 2, as with the aggression prowess, a special 2 into block can hurt quite a bit. And we also don't want to have to deal with his unstoppable. Outside that, there is not much going on with this fight. We want to make sure we're not relying on parry, as King can shrug it, so we're just going to take hits into block. And we're going to do our best to heavy counter any heavy attacks he throws and special 1s, since they're both very easy to counter with Hercules' heavy. Besides that, we're going to throw special 1s, or at least one special 1, and kind of build to a special 2. But as you're going to see, this fight goes very quickly, so we don't really even get close to throwing another special this fight. But yeah, we're just going to bait out this special 1 here, and then just keep working on comboing down Kingpin. This should be the last special 1, and I think we're just going to finish up here, and that's going to end the fight. So super quick, super safe fight with Hercules, and that's why we just threw the combat region on, just to save us some potions later on, as Hercules does have quite a bit of fights. This next fight was probably the fight I was most worried about. It is going to be Shang-Chi versus a rank 5 IDoom on node 22. So this has hazard shift. So after talking this over with Clown and PWF, they came with a plan of just using Shang-Chi's cleanse charges, which is medium, light, medium, and then throwing a heavy to reset, and basically just repeating until we get to our special 2. The other thing we want to look out for is that IDoom has non-contact attacks for, I think, both sets of mediums. So we want to make sure we're doing our best to reparry and just heavy countering his heavy attack, as that's pretty easy to do with most champs. We did want to push him to a special 2 to start, as if he throws a special 1, we'll have to deal with his aura, which will make his special attacks unblockable and make it so we can't throw a heavy to reset, as he will resist. But we're going to throw off this special 2 right here, which is going to do a good chunk of damage, and we have the power back boost on, so we're planning to throw another special 2 pretty quick after. Unfortunately, we do take the special 2 into block, and so while we're about to throw our cleanse charges to then throw the special 2, we push ourselves to our special 3. This isn't the biggest deal though, as clearly that special 2 would not have ended the fight. So now we just need to build to our second special 2, and that should be with have enough Shang-Chi's charges to end this fight with 1 more special 2. But as you're seeing, we're sticking to the plan, not deviating at all. Just medium, light, medium, heavy to reset, and then going right back in, doing the same thing over again. IDoom special 2 is pretty easy for me to dex. I take Purgatorian AQ every day, so it's basically the exact same animation, so I felt very comfortable dexing it. But probably could have took it into block if we needed to. But his prowess is building up quite a bit, as you can see. But this special 2 right here is going to end the fight. So overall, I'm very happy with how that went, especially since I was nervous about the fight. But Shang-Chi handled it great, and we didn't run into any issues. Our next fight here is going to be Hercules versus Shuri on path 6. The only thing we want to worry about here is that her attacks, all of her attacks are non-contact, so we're not going to be able to parry, and that we need to worry about her untouchable. She gets untouchable when she gets to 10 charges and throws a heavy attack. So to counter that, we are going to make sure we throw special 1s with Hercules to keep the true sense up, which will prevent us from missing during her untouchable. This Shuri is only a rank 3 though, so she should go down very quickly, and so you're going to see where we kind of just change our plan a little bit. The plan was to get to our special 1 and then bait out a heavy so we can just have our true sense up while she's untouchable. But we got a good amount of intercepts in at the beginning, and we're going to throw the special 1 to get our true sense. She's already close to 40%. And so I realized that we can just combo and end this fight, so that's what we end up doing instead of worrying about baiting out her heavy attack. But yeah, rank 4 Hercules versus a rank 3 champ is going to be pretty quick work for Hercules. We did have an invulnerability boost on for that fight, but that was mainly for this next fight against Magneto. On this note, you want to really not parry Magneto, at least limit that as much as possible so you don't get disorient debuffs. And so with Magneto being here, you can't obviously just bait out heavies as he goes unstoppable, so we're going to do our best to get intercepts in to create openings for this fight. But as you see, we get a good amount of intercepts in at the beginning to build up those feats of strength very quickly. We're also going to make sure we bait out special 1 for Magneto, as his special 2 can do quite a bit of damage, and it's a little bit trickier to dex as well. But the fight's going really well so far. We're doing a good job of baiting out his special 1s and finding openings with intercepts. But yeah, I mean, Hercules does a great job, and we try and throw a heavy here at the end to try and get one more feat of strength, but it ends up killing him, so we weren't able to grab that last charge. This next fight is going to be Hercules versus Modok on node 55. I have taken this fight before in previous seasons, so I wasn't super worried, but I mean, it is a mini boss, so the damage is increased quite a bit, and I have a little bit more health, so we do want to make sure we take this fight seriously. We're going to throw on the advanced power boost so we can get our true sense up as quick as possible, and that true sense will help prevent Modok from auto blocking, so that should help prevent us from running into issues with the brute force. As you see, we get the true sense up pretty quickly, and we also want to make sure we try and keep Modok at special 1s only, as the special 2 can be quite a bit trickier to dex. But right here we get hit with a special 1. It does a little bit of damage, but not as much as I was worried it was going to do. So honestly, at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident, as it only took off about 25% health, and so we could probably eat 2 more of them without issue. But yeah, as you can see, we just keep making sure we throw the special 1s to keep true sense up. And at this stage of the fight, I kind of take my foot off the pedal and kind of think, oh, we got this fight wrapped up. We're going to close out the season and not have any issues. Instead, I decide to eat this heavy. He throws a special 1, which reverses our willpower healing, and then the brute force is starting to take us down. Thankfully, we hit the intercept to get out of that tough situation and then just finish out with a combo, but that fight went really badly at the end there and could have easily resulted in a death, so lesson learned, definitely don't lose focus or kind of switch off at the end when the fight's not over. But that does wrap up our season. We did win this war 20-6, which means we did finish top 10 in Masters, which was great for our alliance and something we kind of hopefully shoot for every season. Masters being the minimum, and then hopefully top 10 being kind of the big goal. This does mean I also ended the season with a deathless season again. So we are up to, we ended up with 56 fights going deathless, and we are up to 127 deathless streak. So definitely my longest deathless streak in Tier 1 War. So definitely happy with how I've been playing the past couple seasons. I do want to give a big shout out and thank you to both Clown and PWF, who are the officers of BG2 at 4Loki. They did a great job keeping me alive and putting me in situations to succeed. And I just want to say thanks for all the work they put in and all the time I know it takes to do all the planning they do for us. But outside that, that's going to wrap up this video. So thank you for watching.